This is the Wild Sage Society podcast, where we explore the ideas and practices that help us live healthy, connected, and purpose-filled lives. Each week, our host, Marcie Walker, connects with healers, spiritual leaders, doctors, and small business owners on topics such as human resilience, conscious leadership, and modern shamanism. Here is your host, Marcie Walker.
Hi, thanks for tuning in to today's episode with Jocelyn Gordon. Jocelyn Gordon is my hoop mama from over a decade ago, and I'm super excited that she's here. She's going to talk all about conscious conception and reconnecting sensuality, sexuality, and spirituality today. Welcome, Jocelyn.
Thank you, Marcie. I think I want to give us both a hoop yogini round of applause just to acknowledge our hoop past.
Yes. I know, right? I still teach hoop classes.
I still do on occasion myself.
Yeah. There's something, like what we were talking about right before we started, is that I really feel that the hula hoop is what started my spiritual journey. Mm-hmm. I really do, because I found it at Earth Day at 2007 and then saw it, at Burning Man. And then I got all obsessed about it. And I remember stumbling across you at hoop camp.
Good time.
On YouTube. Yes. And I taught myself off of YouTube there for a while. And then I found Hoopnautica and your certification and dove into that in 2011.
That's wild. I love your hoop trajectory. It's and I love that we're of the generation where we have that, because the current hoopers, I think it's great because they pick up skills so quickly and their toolbox is so vast. By way of Instagram, but there's no lineage, and that's still important to me. So I'm really connected to my hoop lineage, which is connected to your hoop lineage. And I just feel, connection. So I like that we're of that generation.
I agree. And when you came to Reno and taught Bhakti Booty, that was amazing. And going through those pictures a couple weeks ago, my mom actually attended class and I didn't remember that.
See, my memory is so weird. If I don't have pictures and people to remind me of things that happened, I'm like, wow. And now I'm yeah, we did that.
We did do that.
That's so cool.
And now you're on to coaching. You have 2 successful businesses. Yeah. You've always been an entrepreneur at heart. And now you're teaching people how to conceive consciously. Tell me all about that.
Thank you for the opportunity to share. I definitely feel this is a continuation of the hoop. And in that it's working with the life cycles and the life cycle of procreation within the family. And so conscious conception really came to me, I guess, around the same time I was supporting women. So whilst the hoop was happening, I was also teaching prenatal yoga and giving prenatal massages, and helped several women avoid chemical induction by way of reflexology and acupressure. And I just love being around, even today. I'm the weirdo lady. If I see a pregnant woman, I just kind of just want to smile at her or say something. It's just such a special time in life. And so at that point, I was a doula, but I didn't realize I was a doula. I was attending births and supporting, just through that whole year of the childbearing year. And then also in that time, I was feeling very strongly that I was going to have another baby. So I have a beautiful daughter. She's 22. And around the time that she was 5, I just kept feeling this energy that I say now known as Sienna, which is my other lovely daughter who's 7. And I started feeling that energy, I think, because I was very much involved in the healing arts. I still am, but every day I was getting up early and I was meditating and I was praying, and just my sadhana, my discipline was super dialed in. And then I was teaching yoga and teaching hula hooping and giving massages. And so I was constantly in just this field of energy awareness. And I just kept feeling, I was I'm going to have another baby. The irony is that the lovely man I was with, I was I don't think he's the dad, like my husband. So that was a little tricky. But I was like, I know 1,000% that this baby is coming in. Pretty sure he's not the dad. So that wasn't the main catalyst for our parting. Just our paths weren't really going in the same direction. And we had a very conscious completion, very, as peaceful as a divorce dissolution can happen. I'm giving you the whole origin story. Would you like me to shorten it?
I love it. Thank you.
I'm taking the feminine route of storytelling. So, Jordan and I went on this big adventure together, which included leaving DC, and we landed in the mountains of Big Sur, California. And like you and I met, so that was about 2010, 2011. This was all transitioning. So I was the director of teacher training for Hoopnautica and just fell in love with Raina McInturf and her curriculum. And she had a baby. She was pregnant, and she was like, Jocelyn, I'm pregnant. Would you be the Hoop Yogini, a Hoopnautica teacher trainer, and like pass the baton to me? So that was like super cool. I had to wait until she was ready to announce that. But anyway, we embarked west, and I thought I was going to move to Oakland or San Francisco, but no, Big Sur just held us. And so many people want to live there, but things don't always open up. But for us, it just opened up like housing and employment, and it just happened. Can't say no to this. So that was like one of the most perfect places to grieve after a marriage, to anchor into being a single mom, and to really develop the modality that was coming through me. So there's Sienna coming through me on one